Hi, careerists. It's Kimberly Robb Baker with thislittlebrand.com. And I'm coming to you today to talk a little bit about career storytelling and how it marries with other kinds of personal development and career work and executive development that you may be doing. I spoke to a really neat executive last week. He is a general counsel and has gotten into the business side and wants to move more into the business development side of these really neat tech companies. And he has done a lot of work on himself. He has participated in the coaching program that his company offered to its executives. He's gone through executive coaching of his choice. He chose a coach and is working through. And he came to me because he needs some career communications around this next transition he's making, resume and LinkedIn profile. And when I described the process of, well, it's deeper work, like here's, the iceberg. I need another hand. Like, okay, this is the iceberg. So this part of the resume is the iceberg. And then all this work here is like, we're talking about your career history, context behind your accomplishments, how did you do them, why did you do them, what effect did that have on your organization, on the market, on the world, what does that say about you, right? What are the consistent themes that show up from you? And the confusion was, hey, Kim, I've already done all this work. Like, I know what color my parachute is kind of his words. I know what my spirit animal is, even though I don't like that term because there are people who use that in their religion and we can't adopt that. But those are his words. So he's done all this soul searching, right? And he's like, it seems like the work that you're doing is redundant. I just want a resume. Like, this comes for a lot of reasons. It all boils down to, look, I just want a resume. So I guess I would liken it to, say you have a company that's producing a cream, right? So there's like the research and development team that is figuring out, well, and maybe marketing is involved in that a little bit, but mostly like the scientists and everything figuring out, well, what is the problem that people are having? How can we approach that? What are the formulas? How can we make it affordable? How can we make it safe? What are the distinguishing qualities of this? So you get this cream now that, I don't know, say treats eczema or dry skin or something. And you get this goop and it comes to you and it's this goop. It's not labeled or anything. And then the branding team has to say, like, okay, well, this helps people with dry skin. Let's figure out, who are these people with dry skin and why do they need help and what does it mean to them? Is it just getting rid of the dry skin, or is it being confident in front of other people? Is it knowing that the skin is absorbing everything and that everything there is healthy and that everything in that cream is something they wouldn't mind putting in their mouth? So translating, okay, we've done all this work into creating this great product. Now, how do we educate the people who need it so that they know that they need it? And I think that that's where the disconnect is. So all the deep work that you're doing, if you're doing it, I hope you're doing it. People who are attracted to career storytelling usually are the kind that are journaling or going to therapy or having good conversations with their friends or creating art or somehow continuously learning and developing themselves, right? Those are the people who think, hey, I need to tell my story. I don't just need a resume. That work is really complemented by the career storytelling, because now you've made this amazing person who's actually always in continual growth mode, right? So now the job of career storytelling isn't to do that work and figure out who you are. The job is to put some stories to that, to put some phrases to that, some words to that are tied to your experience, right? So your brand is tied to your experience. It's completely internalized. It's not like some report that you get. Nor is it this amorphous, like, oh, my parachute is periwinkle blue because, right? So you're putting it into language that you can internalize, stories that you can tell so you can share it with other people in a way that human brains are meant to receive information. So the difference between career storytelling and career coaching is the difference between R&D and marketing. I'm in marketing. I don't do the whole R&D thing. I love it. I only do it with my best friend I talk to every day, and she does it with me. So yeah, I do it on myself. I don't do it for other people. This is communication. It's communicating. Now you've got this wonderful magical panacea, and how do you communicate to the people who need it, what it is, and why they need it? If you'd like more information about communicating your value, you can always go to thislittle.brand.com, where I wax philosophical about everything from tenses in resumes to the deep existential stuff, like what color my parachute is and what color yours might be, because even if I don't do that work live with clients, I do think about these things. I do. I'm very deep.